Hi there! Welcome to the part 3 of our avatar command creation. Since we're already done with the part 1 and part 2 of our air bending technique, let's head now to the last part of our air bending technique, the air swipe. Air swipe only deals small damage to your enemies, since its mainly use is to prevent your enemies to hurt you by knocking them back. This technique will knock back all enemies in front of you for up to 20 radius in a fan shape. And just like how we activate the techniques before, we just need to drop the feather. And in this case, we need to drop 1 feather on our 4th slot. So without further ado, let's get to the commands. We will start by summoning the armor stands for our projectiles. And in this one, we need 5 armor stands that are facing on slightly different directions. Once we drop the feather on our 4th slot, this first armor stand will be summoned on our location facing slightly to the left. Now for our 2nd armor stand. Now this armor stand will also be summoned, facing a little bit on the left. Proceed to the 3rd one. And this armor stand will face directly on the direction where we are facing when summoned. Now for the 4th one. Now this armor stand will be facing a little bit to the right when summoned. Alright, now for the last armor stand. Now this one will be facing slightly to our right. Before we test, let's make sure first that we won't accidentally pick up again the feather that we drop. Alright, time to give it a shot. It's spamming right now, but that's fine. This is expected. Just drop again the feather on the 4th slot to stop it from spamming for now. Now let's move on to the command to prevent it from happening. By replenishing the feather on our 4th slot to get it ready to be cast again. It will also stop the spamming armor stand. As easy as that. Now let's add a sound effect. Every time we cast this technique, this sound will be played. Alright, let's make them move now. Just like we did on the air blast. It will be 2 times faster compared to the air blast. Same goes again as the air blast. Let's put some limit of its range. The air swipe only has a range of 20 radius compared to air blast. That has 30. Well, of course, you can easily modify any details of the commands to make it overpower if you like. Now let's make it able to knock back some entities. Once they got close to the air swipe armor stand, they will instantly be knockbacked. This technique looks better in survival mode, but it's fine also to use it in creative mode. Now let's add the damage. Once they got in contact with the air swipe armor stand, they will receive to damage. I already mentioned earlier the reason why I only put to damage for this technique, but if you feel it's too weak, feel free to modify the damage. Alright, now for the particle effect. Just the same particle effect as the air blast. And for the very last command for this technique, the invisibility thingy. As simple as a command, this will make the armor stand invisible. Time to see the final result. Alright, we already completed our air bending techniques. Looks like it's time to move on now to a different element. Next element will be the water. It is composed with water blast, water whip, and breath of ice technique. Well, that's it for now, guys. You can check the link for the water bending on the video description. See you guys next time.